we're talking about master bedroom retreats, a few things come to mind. So for me, when we're thinking about our master bedrooms, it's a place that we want to be comfortable. It's kind of our zen, it's our quiet place. It's a place that we want to feel that we can relax. We want to just shut the door, leave the noisy house and everything behind us, and be able to come in and just have that beautiful resort feel bedroom, whatever that style may be. So we picked two of our favorite styles tonight that we wanted to work with. And so our first one is our urban loft. So when we think of urban, we think brick, we think different textures, different metals, woods, different fabrics. And so what we've done, as you can see, if you take a look at the room that we've put together, we've got the beautiful brick back, very soft fabric bed, which really works well with the brick and softens it beautifully. One of the things that we've got over here is when you think of a bedroom, think of the functionality of the room. So what is the room going to be doing for you? Do you want to have a seating area? Do you want a writing area?
Exactly. So really, you want to think about what your needs are, because we all have different needs, and there's so many different things that we can actually have in our bedroom. And I really love the fact that we've introduced a writing desk and an area where you can just take your time and just really relax and just write. So there's a lot of different options that we can think about for our master bedroom retreat.
So if we take the chair, so if we look at the right side of our room, I guess whichever way you're looking, right side for you of our room. So we found it a very simple contemporary style. So we've got our plain lines, we've got our button tucks, we've got just a very soft leather, and it really works well with the textures and the different fabrics that we have in this room. One of the things that I think a lot of people neglect, especially when you're using just a simple sitting chair or whether it's a bench in a room, is not dressing the chair up. So if you look at the difference when we don't have our throw pillow, and just the simple difference that an accent pillow makes is really night and day. So we chose something that we've got the simple fur pillow, which really complements the leather well, softens the look. Because with this look, we've really gone very masculine. So we've picked industrial features, we've picked a lot of raw elements that really pull in a masculine, pull in a few feminine touches. Something that's desirable for any couple.
And I was going to say, Lindsay, it's really great that you can actually bring those two looks together, so you can appeal to both the masculine and the feminine parts of the room. So, for example, the furs in the fur pillow and also the fur throw, that just really kind of adds that softness, which is really great. And then we'll continue talking. Different feminine and masculine roles.
Exactly. So when we're looking at this side of the room, we really, anytime that you're working with a lot of different features in the room, we want to find balance. So, and that really can make a small space. So if you look at the floor space that we've used for this look, it's not a huge space. And so this look could work in any size bedroom and really give you the functionality and the design that you're looking for. So we've got a beautiful shutter screen, a little bit of a vintage vibe going on, and just again putting it just a little bit away from the wall. And now we've brought all this height, and then you accent this with the brick. Now you may not have brick in your home. You can buy brick panels that are really easy to install. Wallpaper works really well, or you can do a painted accent wall. But anything that's going to bring interest and kind of draw the eye to the bed wall you want to do. So we've got the height, and then we've got the tall grass that we've used as a really simple metal pot that we've just put the plant in. And then I don't know if you can see, but we have it staged on two just little suitcases. So just a simple, riser that gives it a little bit of style and design, but makes it really super easy. And then one of the things that I love is our pictures. So we've got the height on this right side, and then on the left side we've used our art pieces. So a lot of times people think, oh, we've got to have balance, or it's got to be symmetrical. If we're hanging a picture here, we need to hang a picture over here and have them the same, and you really don't. So I think this shows beautifully how you can have the asymmetrical design, and we've got one of the pieces just resting on the nightstand, and then the rest just, very lightly pulling up the wall, which really now brings the balance into the design.
It really does. In fact, I love this. I love accessories to begin with, and they really just add so much to the room. And I love that nowadays you can really experiment and just do so many fun things. So in the past, when I first started design years ago, everything was just so cookie cutter. So for example, everything matched. And we've really gone a long ways in design, and we don't do that anymore. It's fun to experiment with balance. And for example, like what Lindsay has said about the pictures, it's so neat that there's a picture on one side and then a grouping of pictures on the other side, but because of the screen on the right side, that screen actually balances out the grouping of pictures on this side. So your eye actually visually goes up and down, doesn't it? So I love that you can actually create balance and use your own creativity to create something very interesting in your room. So I'd like to direct your eye over here to this bookcase. So this is what I love as well. Like I had mentioned before, in design it's great to really decorate in an eclectic way, which means you mix and match pieces. So you don't put like traditional nightstands on either side of the bed. So we've actually used this bookcase, and we've actually balanced it out with a mirrored cabinet on the other side. And I love mirrored pieces because they really add that reflection and just really capture the light in a room. And if you can see, both of those pieces, they're different from each other, aren't they? But they're really visually balanced. So one visually looks about the same weight as the other one. So we've added some really nice accessories on this bookcase. And because of those accessories that we've added, they really help balance out visually the weight of the mirrored closed cabinet over on the other side.
And it's a great opportunity, especially when you've got shelving or using any accessories, to really bring out your own personal style. So things that interest you, pictures that interest you, and they can be functional or decorative, but it really gives you the opportunity, as Wendy said, to just make it your own and to really have fun with it.
Exactly. So now we'd like to talk about the lamps. So if you look at the lamps, what I love about these lamps is that we haven't used any lamps that are the same, have we? So this lamp over here is just a really cool, really hip lamp that just really has that really cool industrial vibe. And this lamp over here actually is also an industrial metal lamp. They're both metal lamps, but they're very different from each other. But because they're really similar in size, they just really help balance each other. And then this floor lamp over here is the same style of lamp as the other industrial lamp. So it really helps tie the whole room together, as well as the chandelier above. It's industrial, it's metal. It really ties in all the metal lamps around the room.
Exactly. And then, as we've talked about, really gauging the functionality that you want to have in your room. So for some, a writing desk could be the perfect little accent piece that you can use with your laptop, or journal writing, or just for the visual effect. You may use an armoire in this space, you may use a dresser or a credenza in this space. But what you do with it and how you accessorize it really makes the design and makes that space. So we've done, again, very simple. We've added the tall grass, which complements, in a coordinating pot to what we've used on the floor. So again, it's kind of like eye candy. You're drawing the eye over to these little simple touches. We've used the books as risers, little decorative pieces. Again, this could be your favorite. You could use a picture frame. You could use, a family picture. You could use, some of your little knickknacks or personal items, or so they don't have to be just decorative. Things that just have meaning to you can really work well, in your displays.
And then, like Wendy said, having the lamp, because we've got the weight over here with what we've done, we've balanced the desk area by using the lamp. And if you notice the placement of the desk, so if you picture your wall kind of for the back left corner being, straight, so furniture does not have to be completely flat against the wall. And I think in design that's always a misconception that, we have to put everything against our walls. So be creative. When you're placing your furniture, play with it, twist it a little bit, pull it out, don't have everything just tucked, into the wall. And I think you'll really start coming into your own and really finding little twists and turns that really work for you, to where you look at it and you'll feel the balance of the room.
Exactly. In fact, what's really great too is you can actually look around your house, look in different rooms and pull accessories out that have maybe been in a cabinet or somewhere for a really long time that maybe you've even forgotten about. Pull those accessories out and then maybe just go and buy a few new ones to just add some interest. And it's always great because for me, whenever I get bored of some of my accessories, I'll just pull some new accessories out of other rooms. I'll go and buy a few new accessories, change them around, bring them to another room. And it just really gives me that, I just feel satisfied that, oh, I have something new. And so it's just really fun. So we would recommend doing that, to pull some of your old accessories and just bring them to life, give them a new life.
Absolutely. And then for this look, especially where we're going that urban, we really felt that just a simple wooden office chair, so we've got a definite office chair look, worked really well for the vibe that we're going for. And when we look at the bedding, we chose a very simple bedding. And again, your bedding is a huge impact to how your room is going to pull together and work. So we've got just a simple taupe bedding, no frills, no fuss, very basic, just crisp white linens. It's just a simple, just one decorative throw pillow, and then of course just a beautiful throw that, and they don't, again, it doesn't have to be cookie cutter, just you just toss it on and it just kind of falls into place. But it's that random, placement that makes it work so well. And then of course our bench, which again is functional as well as decorative. So benches are great. You've got shoe storage, you've got extra blankets or pillow storage. They can be used for so many things, a great place to sit and put your shoes on. So again, when you're picking your furniture pieces, really think of the functionality as well as the look. And there's so many different choices from desks to benches to chairs to little bookcases and little stands that you can use, that you can very simply make it your own and pull that look that you're going for together very easy.
Exactly, Lindsay. In fact, I really love how this bedding was pulled together, because if you look, it's really unique. We've actually taken just one accent pillow. We have these really cute new pillows that have words on them. So relax, I mean, who doesn't love the word relax? So we've actually put that pillow on the right side of the bed. So instead of right there in the center, it's on the right side. And so it kind of adds to that modern, kind of cool, hip vibe. And if you'll notice as well, because the pillow is on the right side, we've actually added some weight, some visual weight to the very bottom on this side. So we've added these really cool metal spheres, 2 of them. So your eye actually goes to the pillow, which is a dark gray color, and then it flows and goes all the way down to these metal spheres. So there's some interest and some balance that's achieved just with the simple pillow and some metal spheres.
Absolutely. And with the rug, this is just a very simple shag rug. Now our flooring in this area is kind of like a hardwood floor, but any kind of rug, whether you've got carpet, tile, or hardwood in your bedroom, you can make rugs work really, really well. So with a simple shag rug, and we've centered it in the room. So it's centered to the bed, and so this is an 8x10 sized rug, so it's a good sized rug. But if you look at the desk, we also have a really simple cowhide rug. So we've taken 2 completely different textures, and we've just layered the rug. So we just have a little bit of the cowhide rug tucked underneath the shag rug, which really brings interest. You're layering your different textures, your different materials, but for that urban loft look, it really works well.
It really does. In fact, don't be afraid to layer your rugs. Layering of rugs really adds a lot of interest. And like Lindsay said, you could really put your rugs on any type of flooring material that you already have. My favorite way to display a rug in a bedroom, in a master bedroom, is actually anchored underneath the bed. There's a lot of different ways that you can do it, but the way that we've done this, where it's actually centered, is just a really pleasing way to do that. You can actually pull the rug all the way to the very end where the wall is, if it's a really large rug. Usually you want anywhere from about 12 to 24 inches of space on either side of the bed where the rug actually ends. And then also around the very front as well. And that just kind of frames the bed and creates that softness.
Absolutely. So as you can see with this look, very simply we've put together our version of urban loft. Soft, masculine, a little bit of feminine, beautiful, and just a really relaxing space. So we're going to take just a brief moment while we're going to switch some things around. So just taking a little break for our Facebook watchers, so don't go away, keep tuned. And as we change this vignette, and we're going to introduce our modern cottage. So we'll be right back with you. Hey, it's Lindsay with Boulevard Home Furnishings, and we're so excited to have you joining us this evening for our live design class on our master bedroom retreat. As we're just taking a brief break, I just wanted to take a moment and tell you the exciting class that we're going to be hosting next month. So mark your calendars. We're having it on September 14th at 6 o'clock here in our St. George location. Now, many of you may not know that we are Southern Utah's exclusive Bassett HGTV retailer. And in this class, we're going to be showing you the ins and outs of how you can customize your furniture with the Bassett's HGTV furniture collection. From changing the fabric to choosing your nail heads, the arm on your sofa, your dining collection, and how you can use different pieces to really bring out the life in your home and all the different collections that they offer under the HGTV umbrella. So come and join us on Thursday, September the 14th at 6 o'clock as we show you the ins and outs of everything HGTV with Bassett's HGTV furniture collection. We hope to see you there. And now back to our live class. And welcome back, and thanks for staying with us. So as we continue our masterclass tonight on our master bedroom retreat, so as you can see now, we have miraculously, very quickly stripped the room down of all of the accessories. So this might be similar to maybe how some of your bedrooms look. You've got great foundation pieces, you've got some great furniture pieces, but you're maybe wondering how now you can pull the look together and really make it your own. So again, we've got our bare chair, we've got our bedding, our soft bed, our 2 nightstands, and our desk. So when we think of the word modern cottage, now I think we're all familiar with the farmhouse style, and cottage style was actually what came first, and farmhouse was kind of a take or a twist on more of your modern cottage style. So modern cottage is going to be soft. It's not going to be shabby chic. There's not going to be a lot of frills, but it's going to be soft. It's going to be warm and inviting. And as you can see, we've kept the chandelier, so we still have a little bit of the industrial vibe. That's going to really bring in just a little bit of masculine feature. So again, we're keeping it, couple friendly. But we're going to really just show you how we're going to change the look of what we've got, keeping our core features and really pulling the look together. So we're going to start with the chair. So when we think cottage, we think soft. We think traditional arm, rolled arm, and usually you're going to want to go with a fabric chair. So we've chosen this awesome linen chair. So just cream, simple. We've got a very traditional armed roll. So we've got the rolled arms, and then we've still kept the button tuft. And as you can see, it still works beautifully with our shutter screen. So, and as you're looking at the look, I'll just kind of step over here. So if you kind of visually look at the chair with the screen against the brick, it's still working. So it's still pulling together and it looks completely different to the leather. But as we've talked about having our chairs just kind of simple, again, look at the difference when we add our throw pillows. And this time we want to layer our pillows. So we've got these beautiful fur pillow and then our darling little accent pillow with our just our little word embroidered and. So a modern, really fun, fresh vibe. Against the contemporary, the traditional style of the chair. So, but it works really, really well and it really feels inviting. And of course, when you're sitting there reading, again, think of the functionality. What will you be using the room for? We always think of, what's better than a chair-side table?
Exactly. In fact, I love this chair. It's just so soft and inviting. And I love the button tufts in the back, even though we place the pillows on the chair. You can't see very much of that right now, but that look is so big. As you'll notice, there's also button tufts on the headboard. And so that's such a great design look right now. But adding the pillows really add that softness. So actually over here on the little end table, what I really love about this is that this serves as a different function as far as you can put different things on top of the table, but there's also a really cute little basket underneath.
Well, and we just added the basket. So the table is just like a tin tray table. Something very simple. It's got that industrial vibe, but works very well for our cottage look. And by adding the element of the wicker in the basket, we've got functionality. So you've got a place to throw your slippers or magazines or a little blanket, your favorite book. And then you've got the functionality of a chair-side table that you can add your lamp and your accessories.
Exactly. So what we're going to do is accessorize this table. So we put this lamp on this table. This lamp, I absolutely love this lamp because it's very modern, but also has some traditional lines in it. There's the curvature, but also it's metal, and it really has such a cool, hip vibe. And it also has an Edison light bulb. Edison light bulbs are used a lot in this modern day design, and we just love that very cool industrial look that actually it brings to the lamp. So we placed the lamp on the table, and then we also have a plant that we're going to put on one side, and then we've actually put the books on the other side. And we've talked a little bit about books, and also the books don't have covers. So books are really great. They're a great decorating tool to use because they actually add height to a display. And they actually help balance out the plant on the other side. So we've added just a few books without the covers, and then we put some cute little accessories on top, a cute little white bird and a little spear. And it just kind of adds interest and balances out that table.
And again, as Wendy said, any lamp is going to be great. Think of the look that you're going for in your room, or how you want it to be, and how you're looking for balance. So height is always a great thing. And with the accessories, again, you can make them your own. Pick what's going to work for you. It could be personal items or just simple decorative items. And so to really bring the balance in, so we wanted to keep our tall grass plant. But where we've pulled the wicker in here, it's always great to accessorize. And now we want to kind of bring that flow, because that texture of the wicker really adds a lot of interest. So we're going to add our little wicker basket and use it as like a planter box. So very simply, by putting our plant inside, and you can see how it doesn't fit perfectly. Our basket's a little bit bigger than the plant, but it really just looks beautiful. It softens it, again, against the shutter, works great. And then adding a very simple cable knit poof, it gives you the functionality where you can sit, put your feet up, have, just read. And so again, we're mixing all of the different textures and fabrics, but keeping within the same color palette, which is really working well. But if we look to our back wall, we've still got our our 3-tier bookshelf that we used for our urban loft look. Now, when we when we look at this, we think, well, this really could work, but we're going for more of a modern cottage.
We are, and like we said, a loft feel because it has all the metal on it and the wood, and we really want to and the masculinity. So pretty much the floor lamp over the traditional one to the side of the bed. You don't necessarily need to do that. You can actually do whatever you want to do. And so we decided to put this floor lamp there. It really serves as a great design element as well as it functions as a light source for the person sitting or laying in the bed to the side of it.
You know, and I love, if you look, really see it pulling together for that modern cottage look. It's soft. We've got little hints of industrial. We've got the softness and the colors that are just really working well together. And we've kept the bed, you know, the bedding on here, which is again just our very simple, you know, bedding that we had for our urban loft look. And we're not going to change that just yet, and we'll explain why. So we're going to keep our bedding for right now, but still our
on the other side of
The actual screen, and I mean, it really
so the width, but it's a lot, length is a lot longer. So again, don't be afraid to use out of the box furniture pieces. So kind of step outside your comfort zone and experiment with different pieces. So you could use a smaller credenza, you could use, you know, maybe, you know, you want to refinish a chest of drawers or something, you know, small that you have that is really going to work well. Because when you're going for a cottage style and you're using that eclectic look, you really can make anything work. But at this point, we really need to bring balance, because we've got our balance, and we're really balanced well on this side of the room. But again, we need to really now focus on our left side and bring some height and balance to our wall over here.
I completely agree, Lindsay. So with this side, we are going to start adding those elements that will bring that height and balance out the other side of the room. So we've chosen this really amazing cathedral mirror. We all love this mirror because it's just so modern but rustic at the same time. And it really ties in with that whole modern cottage feel that we're trying to achieve. So,
and again, anytime you're using mirror, you're getting the softness of the natural light that it's going to reflect. It brings a beautiful ambience to a bedroom, and it's not your traditional, you know, bedroom mirror. You know, so usually we have like the rectangular, you know, bedroom mirror that we use on the dresser. And so this is something that, again, it gives us function of the mirror, but soft and almost a romantic feel, and really just the ambience that they bring are wonderful.
I do. I love the ambience that it does bring. And also, if you look at the right side of the room, we have the tall screen. And so the actual height of that screen balances out the height of the cathedral mirror. And also, they're very similar in color. The finishes are a little different, but they're both kind of a cream color, and they really just help balance each other out. So whenever you can actually draw your eye up and down vertically and create some interest in a room, it just makes the room more interesting. And that's what we've achieved with the screen and with the Cathedral Mirror. So now we're actually going to add a lamp. And with the lamp actually coordinates with the floor lamp. And it's exactly the same lamp, but in a table lamp version. And so we really loved how this just kind of ties in with the other lamp on the other side. You don't have to use the same lamp that coordinates with the floor lamp. If you saw another lamp that you liked, you could do that as well. We just really liked this lamp and wanted to use it. So that shows you, that you can really do about anything. So we've
Absolutely.
Exactly, and we've actually put that lamp right next to the bed so that it can serve as a reading light for the person that's in the bed. And we're also going to add an element of greenery to the top of the cabinet. It's always great to bring the outside in because having plants and greenery in a room really just adds just so much more life to the room. We love all the grass plants that are popular right now, like the plant over on this side of the room. And these type of plants right here, this is just a really cool plant that's in a wood bowl. And it just is really fun too because the flowers are kind of have a little country vibe. So it adds that modern cottage feel, but then the bowl is kind of rustic too. So
Absolutely.
yes.
And so for this room, we wanted to keep our writing desk. And again, we've kept it offset from the wall. But if you look at the chair, it's not really working for this look. It looked great for our urban loft, but for our modern cottage, it's really not vibing with this look. So we want to move this out the way. And where we've used a lot of the wicker pieces in our baskets, again, we're going to use that and incorporate it over to the other side of the room. So we've got this great full skirt wicker chair. Now this is actually a dining chair, but again, these kind of chairs are so multifunctional. They can be used in so many areas in your home. They're inexpensive, they're beautiful. You've got the full skirt, so it really gives you that stylish designer look. And of course, we want to soften the chair by adding a throw pillow, which is another way just to really create a little bit of eye candy, soften the look, and really start, again, pulling the colors that we've used over to this side.
And the fur pillow, I mean, who doesn't love how that looks with the fur pillow? It just adds that softness to the chair.
Exactly. So for our desk, we're going to actually use, so if you remember on our other look, we used a floor lamp over the desk. So this time we're going to place the desk actually on the lamp actually on the writing desk. So this one, again, it's a little different style to what we've used. But if you look at all of the lights and the ceiling light, you really see how they're different, but they all work together really well. So again, these can be pieces that you have in your home that you may think, oh, I've got nothing that this lamp goes with. But when you really start bringing different looks together, they really can work very, very well. So we've got our simple look, and this is actually just more of a burlap shade, and then our other shades are more of a linen. But again, the two textures just work beautifully, and you're not fighting the colors or the textures, and it's just really working and makes this a lot softer. So with our throw pillow, our wicker, we've added our burlap, and then of course some simple accessories. Your candlesticks work well, and then greenery to balance out because we kept our grasses. We've got little touches of greenery that just soften the look. And with a cottage style, a lot of greenery, it really just brings that little feminine touch in, but it's not making it too shabby chic because it's not frilly, it's not, we're not using pastels, we're not using, laces and ribbons. So it just works well. And then the raw rope is a great feature. That again is just a different texture, but it works so well with the different woods, the wickers, the fabric, the brick. It's just pulling together so beautifully.
It really is, Lindsay. In fact, anytime that you can create a contrast in design, it always makes the design more interesting in your room. So for example, we've used a collection of candle holders that are like a wood tone, and they actually blend in with the desk, don't they? but we've actually added this white candle holder, which really makes this whole grouping just pop. And then on the side of the candle holder, we've added books and added the plant for height. And so this side, even though it's not exactly the same height as the candle holder, this side does visually balance the other side. And so when you're working with your accessories, keep that in mind. First of all, use different colors that actually will pop, like the white pops in this group, and also use heights to balance out each other.
Well, and if we were to take the lamp away, you can really see the difference, that even though we've got this great collection on the left side of the desk, without having the height and the element of the lamp, the difference that it makes by having that placed and not, it's a night and day difference to the look. And then of course we really want to continue with our wicker, bringing it around. So adding a floor basket again is another great use of your space. Again, it's a great storage option. So if you don't have a lot of storage, baskets are a great solution for that. And you know, we've just got some simple throw pillows in there, but it gives you the options of having, you know, you can do blankets, you can put shoes, or you know, anything that you need. And if you look now how it really just is looking balanced and put together. And of course we need just one last little finishing touch.
Which is our cute dog. Now, who doesn't want a cute dog in their master bedroom?
So he's just a great height, but you can now you could use something different. You know, there's all fun little whimsical things that you can, you know, use to pull it together. But just this darling little dog, he's just simple, he's fun, but it's just something that just again brings our height down and just really makes it flow together.
And don't be afraid to put things on the floor, to put like a cute statue on the floor, or to put baskets, because it really does fill in that space and adds that depth and just that interest to the display or to the room.
So as we talked about before, that we've left the bedding. So I want you guys to really focus right now on the bedding. So when we had our urban loft design, this bedding, simple, basic, worked really, really well. And this is a great bedding ensemble. But for what we're doing with a cottage, our modern cottage look, we really need a different look. So this will really show you the difference of how having the right bedding can really make or break the design of what you're wanting to do. So we're gonna get rid of this bedding. And then, this is the head, okay. And then so we are going to just put this back together using, so we've got almost a damask design. So we haven't gone real florally, we've gone just real simple.
And you know, this damask design is really popular right now, and it adds that pattern element to your room without being too overwhelming, especially in this really neutral taupe and cream colors.
And as you can see, we've actually left it untucked. So in our other design, we actually tucked the bedding in. So we want this to be a little softer. We want it to be just warm and inviting. So we've got our top cover, and then a really fun way to display your pillows, we're using, can't remember what these ones are called.
So these are Euroshams.
I drew a blank.
And she's from Europe.
So we've used the Euroshams, and you always want to do them in threes. So in a queen, they're going to be a little more pushed together, which gives that really fun, you know, full look. But in a king, you're still going to use three. They'll just be a little bit further apart. But we've actually, as you can see, we've put them right next to the headboard, and there's a reasoning for that. And then our pillows that we would be sleeping with, we've actually just got those in front of our shams.
Now these Euroshams are really great because the stitching on these Euroshams, it's kind of a gathered stitch, so it just really adds to that feminine vibe. And then they're also white. So anytime, like we had mentioned before, anytime you can use contrast in a room in color or texture, it always adds a lot more interest to your room. So a stark white against this gray headboard, it really pops, doesn't it? So now, if you look, we have this really amazing bedding that it really has a more feminine vibe, but it's not too feminine. It still is very neutral, but picks up on different textures and just a little bit of pattern.
And then just adding your other little blanket. So we've just kind of folded it so it coordinates then with our other shams that we're using. But the softness and the difference to the look, even though that again this is a very simple bedding, it's not overly frilly, it's not lacy, it doesn't have a shabby chic vibe, but it really gives you that modern cottage look. And then of course just adding a very simple throw, little blanket throw, just finishes the bed off beautifully.
And who doesn't want to cuddle up in that beautiful bed now? It just looks beautiful, and especially with the throw. And something that's really popular now too is to actually take an extra blanket and fold it down. I know that this look is really popular in boutique hotels, and it just really has that really cool European vibe. And also it serves as a function when you are cold at night. You can just pull that up and it will warm you up. So yes,
we've kept our functional bench at the bottom of the bed, and so we just want to add a few last minute features. So again, bringing balance to the floor, we really want to just bring a few little pieces, and so we've used this cute little garden basket, add a few little flowers, added a little puppy, but you're keeping the functionality and the decorative, nature, but again just using the little bit of the floral just softens the look. And then to complete this look, what bed doesn't need a breakfast tray?
Exactly.
So we've added then the wicker in the tray, a couple of books in there, and as you look, we're all complete. It's simple, decorative. It gives you that warm, inviting feeling that you can really picture yourselves. I know I can picture myself in this room. So,
and I can too.
So it's definitely something that for this modern cottage that I think just flows beautifully. So as we're finishing up tonight, as you can see, we've kept the same rug. It still works for this design. So even when you're investing in, a good staple piece like a rug that can be expensive, it can work for so many different looks. So really go for something neutral that you can really pull together with a lot of different looks, because that your flooring and your bedding can really make or break your look. Pick one piece as you're starting what you want to do, whether it's your bed, it could be a piece of furniture that you want to incorporate, it could be the bedding, but pick a piece and work your design around that, and then everything else will just fall into place.
It really will. In fact, I love that, Lindsay, because really sometimes when you're thinking about decorating a room like your master bedroom, it can be a little bit overwhelming. Where do I start? So if you do start with this one piece, it's really amazing how everything just comes together and starts flowing. If you start looking at different elements, for example, the metals that we've used a metal bench, we've used metal lamps. So that really brings in that modern element, but then we've also used different things like wicker and wood and just warm elements that really bring that together too. So really don't be afraid to just start grabbing pieces around your house that might be tucked away somewhere or in another room, and then buy some new pieces and just really begin with that staple piece, and you'll see how everything will come together.
So we're so excited that you could join us tonight for our Master Bedroom Retreat class, and hopefully you've been able to learn something that you can utilize in your own homes. And we are doing our classes monthly. Now, I don't know if you know that we are Southern Utah's only HGTV design studio by Bassett, which is really exciting. September 14th, here at our St. George location, at 6 o'clock, we will be showing you the ins and outs of Bassett's HGTV collection. So everything that you could possibly want to know, how you can really customize, make all of the color choices, the arm design, and how you can bring those little HGTV touches into your home. So it's going to be a great class. So again, life may not always go as planned.
But don't worry.
There's a Boulevard solution. Thank you tonight. Hey, it's Lindsay with Boulevard Home Furnishings, and we're so excited to have you joining us this evening for our live design class on our master bedroom retreat. As we're just taking a brief break, I just wanted to take a moment and tell you the exciting class that we're going to be hosting next month. So mark your calendars. We're having it on September 14th at 6 o'clock here in our St. George location. Now, many of you may not know that we are Southern Utah's exclusive Bassett HGTV retailer. And in this class, we're going to be showing you the ins and outs of how you can customize your furniture with the Bassett's HGTV furniture collection. From changing the fabric to choosing your nail heads, the arm on your sofa, your dining collection, and how you can use different pieces to really bring out the life in your home and all the different collections that they offer under the HGTV umbrella. So come and join us on Thursday, September the 14th at 6 o'clock as we show you the ins and outs of everything HGTV with Bassett's HGTV furniture collection. We hope to see you there. And now back to our live class.